Before there was a nation, a family, a city, or a human voice, there was darkness. No footsteps crossed the earth. No waves crashed against a shoreline. No birds moved across the sky. There was no sun to announce the morning and no moon to illuminate the night. There were no human beings searching for purpose because humanity did not yet exist. The earth was formless and empty. Darkness covered the deep. And over the waters, the Spirit of God moved. The Bible begins without attempting to explain where God came from. It begins with a declaration. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Before the beginning of human history, God was already present. Before anything was formed, God already existed. Then, into the darkness, a command was spoken. Let there be light. And there was light. Darkness had not defeated the Creator. Emptiness had not confused him. Disorder had not placed the world beyond his reach. With a word, light entered the darkness. God separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day and the darkness night. The first day did not begin with human intelligence, effort, or achievement. It began with the voice of God. God continued to create through order and distinction. The waters were separated, and the expanse of the sky appeared. Land rose from the deep. Mountains reached upward. Valleys opened. Rivers began to travel through the earth. Land rose from the deep. Mountains reached upward. Valleys opened. Rivers began to travel through the earth. God called the dry ground land and the gathered waters seas. And God saw that it was good. The ground was no longer empty for long. At God's command, green shoots broke through the soil. Grass covered the earth. Plants produced seed. Trees stretched their branches into the light. Creation was not presented as meaningless confusion. It was becoming ordered, fruitful, and prepared for life. What had once appeared empty was becoming a home. Then lights appeared in the heavens. The greater light governed the day. The lesser light illuminated the night. Stars filled the darkness. The sun marked the passing of the day. The moon moved through its seasons. Days became weeks. Seasons followed one another. Years could now be measured. Creation possessed rhythm, movement, pattern. Time itself became part of the ordered world. The lights in the heavens were magnificent, but they were not gods. They were part of creation. Their beauty pointed beyond themselves to the one who made them. Even today, the heavens remind humanity of its place. We may study the stars. We may name distant galaxies. We may calculate their movement, but we did not place them there. Creation invites wonder, but it also invites humility. The waters began to move with life. Small creatures filled the shallows. Fish traveled through the currents. Great creatures moved through the depths. Above the waters, wings crossed the open sky. Birds rose into the air and traveled across the face of the earth. Small creatures filled the shallows. Fish traveled through the currents. Great creatures moved through the depths. Above the waters, wings crossed the open sky. God blessed the living creatures and commanded them to be fruitful and multiply, and God saw that it was good. Then the land itself came alive. Wild animals moved through the forests. Livestock gathered across the plains. Small creatures traveled close to the ground. Each lived according to its kind. The earth was filled with strength, beauty, and variety. From the smallest creature hidden beneath a leaf to the largest animal crossing the open land, life filled the world. Yet the work of creation had not reached its climax. Something different was about to happen. Something different was about to happen. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness." Humanity entered the story carrying a distinction not given to the mountains, the oceans, the sun, or the animals. Human beings were made in the image of God. Male and female shared this dignity. They were different from the Creator, but they were created to reflect something of His character within the world. Their value did not begin with wealth. It did not begin with education. It did not begin with beauty, influence, productivity, or social approval. They possessed dignity because of the one whose image they carried. God blessed them. He entrusted them with responsibility for the earth and its creatures. Humanity was given dignity before building a city, earning money, or accomplishing anything. That means your value does not begin with your salary or education. Society may rank people according to what they contribute, but God-given dignity does not work that way. The elderly person who can no longer work carries dignity. The child who has not achieved anything carries dignity. The person living with a disability carries dignity. The employee everyone ignores carries dignity. Your accomplishments may describe part of your life, but they do not create your worth. Have you been measuring your worth by what you produce? God looked upon everything He had made: the light, the seas, the land, the plants, the living creatures, the man and the woman. Earlier, God had called the different parts of creation good. Now the declaration became stronger. God saw everything He had made, and it was very good. Before betrayal entered the human story, goodness came first. Before violence, there was peace. Before shame, there was openness. Before grief, there was life. Before brokenness, there was goodness. Before broken relationships, there was harmony. Brokenness was not the opening sentence of the human story. Purpose was. Life was. Relationship was. God's approval was. Humanity was created with purpose, and life was meant to exist in relationship with its Creator. Humanity was entrusted with the earth. The pain people experience today should never make us believe that cruelty, injustice, and suffering were God's original goal for creation. The world was created good. This introduces an important difference between ownership and stewardship. Ownership asks, "What can I take from this?" Stewardship asks, "What have I been trusted to care for?" Stewardship applies to more than the environment. It applies to your money, your children, your employees, your talents, your influence, your body, your relationships, your time. Every gift creates an opportunity, but it may also create a responsibility. The better question is not only, what do I have, but how am I treating what I have been given? The creation story repeatedly shows God establishing boundaries and distinctions. Light was separated from darkness. The waters above were distinguished from the waters below. Dry land was separated from the sea. Days, seasons, and years received their rhythms. Order emerged through limits. Our culture sometimes treats every boundary as a denial of freedom. But healthy boundaries can protect what is valuable. They can protect relationships, time, finances, emotional well-being, family life, purpose. A life without limits does not automatically become free. It can become chaotic. Not every boundary exists to punish you. Some boundaries protect what is good. Where does your life need a clearer boundary? By the seventh day, the work of creation was complete. God rested from the work He had done. This does not mean that the Creator became physically tired. God's rest marked completion. He blessed the seventh day and made it holy. Before humanity built a city or created a company, the story introduced a rhythm of work and rest. That rhythm still confronts us today. Many people measure their value by how much they accomplish. A person works longer because stopping feels like failure. A parent carries responsibility without recovery. A business owner believes everything will collapse if they step away. A student believes one poor result will destroy their future. A young adult compares their life with edited images online. Being constantly exhausted does not prove that you are important. On the seventh day, God rested. Not because the Creator was exhausted, but because the work was complete. Many of us treat exhaustion like success, but rest is an act of humility. It reminds us that the world does not depend on us. Creation changes how we should look at other people. Society measures worth through money, health, or nationality. Genesis takes us back to something deeper. Every person carries God-given dignity. The person living with a disability carries dignity. The immigrant treated like an outsider carries dignity. The person whose life receives no attention online carries dignity. It is something we must recognize in each other. Human value is not a prize awarded to the most successful. It is something we are required to recognize in one another. Perhaps your own life feels formless today. Perhaps plans have collapsed, or a relationship has ended. Perhaps a door you expected to open has remained closed. Your future appears dark or without direction. Genesis does not promise immediate change, or that every disappointment will disappear. But it introduces a God who is not intimidated by disorder, a God who speaks into darkness. Genesis opens with an earth described as formless and empty. Then God speaks. Perhaps your plans have collapsed, but darkness does not receive the final word. The first command was, "Let there be light." The opening chapter of the Bible asks us to remember 4 things. You were created with dignity. You were entrusted with responsibility. Healthy boundaries protect what is good, and you were never meant to live alone. The creation story is the foundation of human identity. You are not God, but you are not meaningless. You are not the owner of everything, but you have been trusted with something. You were created to work, but not only to work. The story has only just begun. In the next episode, humanity will enter a garden filled with freedom and one clear boundary. Then a voice will question what God has said. Trust will be tested. One decision will change everything. Which part of creation's message do you need most today? Purpose, dignity, responsibility, boundaries, or rest? Write your answer in the comments. Follow and subscribe to the Bible in real life as we continue our cinematic journey from Genesis to Revelation, uncovering how ancient stories still speak to modern lives.